Oh, it be working. It be working. Oh, that's cool. It be working, man. Um, so we have to wait till 8 then, I suppose. That is interesting. Alright. Well, we got working chaps and chapels. Where's the bloody link though? Hmm. And you can't. Oh, okay. Change that shit to. I don't know, let me see. Uh, what's the date today? 18. Restrictions, blah, blah, yes. There's some politics. Don't want a thumbnail. Nope. And that's definitely not meant to kids. Nope. Tags. Saying no data. There's plenty of data because I'm yapping. Stream language. English. Should say Scouse here. That would be funny. Current day location. Oh. Okay. Stream location, planet Earth. That's where it is. Okay. Right, good. Higher than the record bit rate. 2,500. Why? Why? Oh, here we go. The Muppets have started. Ready, ladies and gents. There we go. Let's get the Muppets on, shall we? The waffle about.
If you can't quite make it tonight, then all sorts of interesting things may happen, Ross. There may be a lot of horse trading. There may be some people putting out that he can't quite get the momentum. So it will be a crucial result in determining the mood of Conservative MPs tonight. But I think only one person likely to go out, and that's Tom Tugendhat.
Ryan, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. I'm pretty sure we're going to be
Sneaky.
speaking very shortly as we get that result. We're expecting it at 8 o'clock, so that is in
4 minutes.
4 minutes' time.
Woo.
Thanks for watching this hour.
Right, lovely jubbly. Now where's the actual fucking link? That is so bizarre.
Hello, I'm Sean Lay. Welcome to BBC News. We're leaving viewers internationally so that we can bring you the latest round of the Conservative leadership vote. In just a few minutes, we'll be hearing from Sir Graham Brady, chairman of the Conservative Backbench 1922 committee, who is the master of ceremonies, if you like, for the voting that's taken place this evening. Just a reminder of where we are with the candidates. There are 5 candidates remaining. They are in alphabetical order. Kemi Badenoch, she had 49 votes the last time MPs were asked on the 14th of July. Penny Mordaunt had 83 votes. Rishi Sunak had 101. Liz Truss had 64. And Tom Tugendhat had 32. It'll be interesting to see if any of those numbers shift significantly, but somebody on that list of 5 names is about to drop out. Let's talk now to our political correspondent, Ian Watson, who's at Westminster. Ian, on a simple assessment, the person to drop out would be Tom Tugendhat, since you finished last time. But it ain't as simple as that, is it?
It isn't as simple as that, and of course the Conservative MPs are famously described as the most sophisticated electorate in the world, but that often means the most disingenuous as well. There may be lots of horse trading going on, lots of people assessing who's up and who's down. For all that, and I know it is a hostage to fortune to start declaring something just minutes before you get an actual definitive answer, but simply talking to the Tom Tugendhat camp, who are fairly upbeat earlier. They're encouraging people to go in and vote for them. They had tellers outside the room where the ballots were being cast. But certainly those who've been doing the whipping for him, trying to make sure fellow MPs will continue to back him, they're not feeling confident tonight, Sean. They do think he's likely to finish in last place, and that his campaign could be over in the next few minutes. I wouldn't expect him necessarily to endorse somebody else straight away. I think he'd be initially licking his wounds. But we think he's most likely to go out. But there's still a myriad other questions. So, for example, the previous candidate to go out, Sarah Braverman, was unlikely to have transferred very many of her votes, if any at all, to Tom Tugendhat. Also, she's very unlikely to transfer any of her votes to Rishi Sunak. So the question then is, does it spit some momentum behind Kemi Badenoch, or does it give a boost, for example, to Liz Truss?
Oh, no, please not Liz Truss. No.
Brexiteer vote.
She's evil.
That said, Penny Mordaunt has been consistently in second place in the ballots so far. And if she maintains her lead, then questions will be asked about whether the Liz Truss campaign has got any momentum too.
My God, imagine this fucking Truss as Prime Minister.
About where people may place their votes in the subsequent ballots.
Bloody hell.
Because if Rishi Sunak is, for example,
that would be a nightmare.
Into this ballot, the leading candidate, his team will undoubtedly be asked.
Like, honestly, she's a nightmare. Or she will be a nightmare.
And before, obviously, the new Prime Minister is elected and takes office on September the 6th.
Now, Ian, I will interrupt you when I see Sir Graham Brady, but he's not there yet, striding out into Committee Room 14. Do you detect from talking to MPs and others at Westminster that the televised debates have actually made any difference? Because they're not the only debates the MPs will have seen, are they? They will have also seen their performance in debates purely for MPs.
Well, that's right. There's one of those this afternoon behind closed doors here at Westminster. So you weren't getting the kind of public denunciations we saw in the ITV debate, Sean. Instead, you're getting private consultations, people weighing up where they might put their vote. It was interesting that only around 30 MPs, that's fewer than 1 in 10 Conservative MPs, turned up for this afternoon's hustings, the behind closed doors debate. That might tend to suggest that actually there isn't that much opinion to shift via these debates, that most people are making their minds up. But clearly there are still some who are assessing the candidates, their relative strengths and weaknesses, and that might make all the difference when it comes to getting into the final two, because at the moment, of course, Penny Mordaunt, for example, is only 18 votes behind Rishi Sunak. If 30 votes are up for grabs, well, who knows?
If the top of the pack hasn't changed, do you think the two further down, apart from whoever's eliminated tonight, might come under pressure over the next couple of days to eliminate further rounds of voting and just kind of see, because they're not going to close the gap, withdraw gracefully and either endorse somebody or say, I'm not endorsing anyone?
I think that's right. I think this could drag on until Wednesday quite easily. But at the same time, I think there is a feeling here that they'd really like to get this over with.
The officers of the 22 are just filing in, so I think Graham Brady's opening the magic envelope. Here we go.
Third ballot. 357 votes were cast out of a possible total of 358. I'll again read the name of the candidate and the number of votes cast in alphabetical order. Badenoch, 58. Mordaunt, 82. Sunak, 115. Truss, 71. Tugendhat, 31.
Oh.
So Tom Tugendhat is eliminated.
Tom's gone.
The other candidates are able to go forward to a fourth.
Dude!
Well, that blocked me. That was loud.
1 and 3 p.m.
Do you see the results?
Yeah. I'm literally streaming it now, you two.
So there we go. That's Graham Brady. Short, sweet, and to the point. It's a hot old day.
How many did she get then?
You can hardly blame
He only got
just to
34.
Figures, then Kemi Badenoch, she had 58 votes. That's up 9 on 5 days ago when the last round
9 more votes.
Why do you need to verify your age to watch your stream?
Rishi Sunak,
because I've got it on 18 plus, you
115,
Trump.
that's up 14 on his 101 from 5 days ago.
And it stops the bots.
To 71, but she's still in
Just
third
so
place
you know.
behind Penny Mordaunt.
The bots don't spam the comment section because they have to verify. The bots can't verify because they're blocking bots.
But nonetheless, under the rules, as the person with the least votes, he is eliminated. We'll wait to see what his 31 remaining supporters do. Ian, what do you make of these figures?
I think these are interesting because the first thing to bear in mind, Sean, is that the
have to be substitute.
Line is very much. Oh my goodness, a dramatic intervention. You heard it here. I don't know if one of the candidates has just decided the most dramatic fashion to withdraw. Who knows? But
I do hope not.
I hope not.
Penny's still ahead of Truss. What the fuck?
Good.
The top three are exactly the same. So
But she's still crap as well.
She is crap.
More of
She's crap in the debates.
Support, and that could see her perhaps making up ground, perhaps even
Who's the fucking
overtaking
comment
Penny
section
Mordaunt,
shit?
who's been under intense scrutiny on just about every issue over the past few days. I think what is also interesting is although Rishi Sunak is still out in front, he hasn't reached that magical figure of 120 that would see him straight through to the final round. So in some senses there's still all to play for. I think also interesting too that it seems as though Suella Braverman's votes has split between Liz Truss and Kemi Badenoch, so perhaps she may see this as an incentive to stay in the race. Although she's still finishing in fourth place, she might say, actually, it is worth chatting again to MPs, see if she can be the standard bearer of the anti-woke right, if you like, and perhaps try and
there you go. See, it stops the bots in the comment section.
Candidates.
Hello.
There we go.
Alright, so Badenoch could actually catch Liz Truss, so it's probably going to be between Penny Mordaunt
but more likely, I think,
Sunak.
a boost potentially to Penny Mordaunt. Some may go to Rishi
Sunak. Yeah, but the problem is if Badenoch, she gets kicked out, right, the next round, the votes are going to go to Truss, and then that's going to mean Truss will probably have more than Mordaunt.
So it's going to be Truss and Sunak then, do you reckon?
It depends who their votes go to. Who does Tugendhat's and who does Badenoch's go to?
Well, Tugendhat's already out, so who do his votes go to then? She's going to need, what, 20 of them votes?
Yeah.
Past Truss.
Everybody's piling in to give their views.
And then...
people want, and here's Ben Bradley.
Apparently Sunak only needs like 4 votes and he's got a confirmed place in the leadership final.
Live on the news channel. You might want to keep his phone out of sight because we don't want to see any private digital information.
Yes. Sorry, we are live in the news channel. So we'll do our best to...
you are now, Ben. Keep bring him in. Bring Ben into shot.
What the hell's going on? He's like, you're live, you're not bad.
What's he and Duncan Smith doing? He just walks up.
He's grappling for somebody.
Back in Kemi. I think she's done well. She's made.
He's back in Kemi.
So momentum is with her, I think.
Well, you said that, but she.
Kemi's down.
So imagine she beats Prime Minister. That's going to be so mad after watching that video.
She isn't going to be Prime Minister. There's no way.
Yo, she's a fucking MP.
She's going to drop out. She's going to get kicked out the next round.
Yeah, tomorrow, innit? Is that tomorrow?
Unless something really shocking happens, like Penny, her vote collapses, but I don't think it will. The problem is, I think Penny might have maximised her vote with that side of the party, and she just isn't appealing to the right of the party.
I was watching some mad alt-right thing, well, wasn't alt-right, some Tory shit, and they were all like, we want the Kemi bid, and I was like, you gotta be joking. Someone was like, all those racists like her, or so, you know, like a dead sarcastic comment. I was just like, lol, this is mad.
They really like her, really.
She's a Tory, that's right. She's a proper Tory.
Yeah, but does she really like them, or is she just lying?
I got no idea. She's a Tory, though.
That mad thing she's watching, she's like, I joined the Tory party and they put me on this thing and I was the only African there. And it was to do with Africa.
thick of these results, but clearly Kemi's taken steps
Bizarre,
forward, build that momentum over the weekend, and we'll have those conversations over the next few days. In terms of what happens
Mad.
next,
On
where
path,
our
I've
pay
literally
grade, I
burnt my
think
entire
Kemi
body
is in a good place to move forward.
with the sun.
know,
I've got
obviously,
blisters everywhere.
What did you do, man? Was you laying out in the garden or something?
Nah, I took the dog for a fucking walk, and I've literally burnt all my fucking arms.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, seriously, I've got like big fucking patches and blisters everywhere.
Why did you do this to yourself, man? You should.
I didn't think I'd turn into fucking a burn victim.
Yeah.
I'm literally burnt. Like, no jokes, like my skin's peeling off me.
And you're not even like fully white.
I know, dude, that sun's dangerous. For real. When he took the dog round the fucking, like, round the shop, come back, next day, I look like someone's just literally threw a pan of chip fat oil on me or something. Honestly, I'm so itchy, I can't even scratch it. Dude, I've got like millions of little blisters on my arm. Millions. Like, not even joking, millions. You know, it looks like I've been rolling in nettles.
Oh lord.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. Like proper little millions of them.
Who and what she decides to do, as I say, is above my pay grade.
Tristan did
I'm
just
keen
pop.
that she's progressed in the votes today.
Ugh.
Over the weekend, there are a lot of those.
So, would you want to be
and obviously Tom Tugendhat supporters.
Tory leader?
Yeah.
All,
not that
if you like, in the,
we want a Tory leader, but which one would you like to for Keir Starmer to go up against? Oh shit! Wait, I voted on.
Trust.
She's never going to win an election.
Yeah, exactly. She'd be the best. Is in beating.
Conspiracy theories in Westminster.
Penny was crap at the debates, to be fair.
She just talks about herself. She's up her own ass. I'm the best. Everybody likes me. So calm down, bitch.
Well, why did you have to say that? That was so bad. That's cringing so much.
Just take it out of your ass, bitch. What are you talking about?
Like her launch was good. She had a good launch, but the problem is well, actually, no, her campaign video was cringe. Have you seen her campaign video?
I don't want to see any campaign video.
So it's cringe things I've ever seen, but her actual launch speech was pretty good. But the problem she has is she's a moderate, and all the moderate votes have already gone to Rishi.
She hates trans, doesn't she?
So, no, she's in favour of trans.
What?
That's why she was getting in trouble, because she's in favour of trans.
She hated them? I didn't know.
No. She's in favour of them self-IDing, like identifying how they want without any with limited amount of legal proceedings.
What, like,
that's what they
like saying I'm a helicopter or whatever.
Yeah, they can just say, "Oh, I'm a woman now."
You're not allowed to
And
do
yet,
that, because you're not one. You're still technical. I mean, if you got a willy, you're a guy, aren't you?
Yeah, but she wanted to make it so that it was pretty easy to just say you're a woman, yeah. Or something. So that's why she got in trouble.
So you can just put a dress on and walk into a woman's fucking bathroom. That'd be a bit creepy.
Yeah, that's not her.
Thank you for. I was just a bit concerned he might say something, not realise he was on air.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, well, that's what somebody did, you know. Somebody went to prison and he said he was a rapist, and he said,
"Yeah, he raped a woman in the fucking woman, or he beat a woman up in a woman's fucking prison."
You'll never do that. Just one thing though, Ben Bradley's interesting, isn't he? Because he's that bit of the party who've won seats that no Tory has won before. Certainly not.
God, they're all melting, man. Look at them on TV.
When he took Mansfield,
I'm melting, literally.
And those kinds of people, in a sense,
my new nickname's Blister.
Party ought to listen to a bit, because they're the
people.
I've
got loads of them on me. My skin's literally peeling off my shoulders. Never.
I mean, the problem for Penny is she just hasn't kept gaining MPs. That's the issue.
When are you going out anyway? That Wednesday, did you say?
Yeah, mate. Possibly.
Get your jeans.
Not yet. Tomorrow.
Or even being a minority government at the next level.
Even then, it's hot. What could be worse? Yeah, that's true.
Propelled here.
So easy to be lazy.
I think Boris Johnson earlier was talking about,
dude, I went out on that sort of like
trip in a Typhoon jet, but to some extent,
I went out on it on Friday, and I was fine.
It's going to get even hotter tomorrow.
But they're splitting in different ways. So I spoke earlier.
It's meant to cool down on Wednesday, thankfully.
It's cool in the house, but outside.
He was someone who obviously won in the.
I think it probably will be just
I
Truss
reckon,
and Sunak.
I reckon Tom,
So that
because
was
Tom said yesterday in the
that was
debate
interesting.
he
It's going
agreed
that way.
with
And earlier on in the day, I was speaking to Alicia
whatever her name
Cairns,
is.
who's very much backing Penny
So
Mordaunt.
he might give it to
Penny
her.
Mordaunt's pitch is to say that she was, if you like, an original
That'd be
Red Waller.
interesting.
She'd taken a seat in the south of England from the Labour Party.
Would that be enough to push him over Penny?
No, well, Kimmy needs 20 to get past Liz. Liz needs to stay where she is first.
You do that. See who you can grab, and we'll move on.
Get some other reactions.
Well, this is. It just depends where does the right go.
Well, he's got 115.
To spin for their candidates.
It won't be this round. It'll be the next round that'll be interesting because then we'll find out who. Next round. Yeah, because the problem is who comes out next round, and if it is Bernadotte who gets kicked out the next round.
Well, she got 9. She got another 9 from the last one. How many did the others gain?
Okay, where does Tuga Hart's votes go? If they all just go to Rishi Sunak, it's not going to make much of a difference. If his votes make a difference.
No, they're going to go to that black chick.
This evening, kind of what you call I think you call it a high class.
Well, if they do, then that'd kick Truss.
In the Cameron government, and James Ramsey.
It all just depends where the votes go the next round. That's literally it. And the problem I see for Penny is I feel like all the moderates have gone for Rishi, so she can't get through.
The current events. I'm not sure how much Baroness Holtman and her fellow Tory peers are enjoying it. Be interested to hear what she has to say and what she made of those televised debates.
So Shani needs what?
The candidates are right to
13
pull
votes
out
to
of
beat
the
Liz Truss.
debate that was scheduled for tomorrow.
But Trust.
On the Conservative leadership.
He had 34.
It has been
31.
the hottest day on record in Wales.
So
by 2 degrees.
if you put, let's say 20 Tugan hats
are likely to be broken
votes
tomorrow.
for
Scientists are warning that climate change means we'll see more
Bernadotte, whatever her name is, that Kimmy lady.
Of the warming
she beats
of the
Liz
Earth.
Truss.
Train services have been badly disrupted in England and
Even
Wales
if Liz-
today.
even
Some
if Liz
tracks
Truss
buckled
gets
in
a
heat
couple.
while flights were suspended.
That would be mental if
She
Truss
could
gets
make
kicked out the next round.
Yeah.
That should be crazy.
Been recorded in
She
30
could, you know.
across all the
It
UK
depends how
nations.
many Tugan hat
Santander
MPs
in
vote for
Suffolk saw the
Truss,
highest recorded
and
temperature,
between
38.1
Truss and that
degrees
Kimmy lady,
Celsius.
because it looks like more than just Sunak is safe.
Well, Mordaunt might not be safe. That's the thing. Because all the right, let's say Trust or Kemi, either one of them get kicked out, right? But all their votes are going to go to the other. How would Trust? Who are the people who vote Trust? Who would they go to if she got kicked out?
To go to that Bernadotte bitch. Bernadotte.
Yeah, they go to Kemi. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see them going for fucking.
I mean, Kemi. Technically, Kemi, if Truss got kicked out, she could go to the final 2, and it's not unrealistic.
It is realistic that she could get to the. She could go up against. Imagine she went up against. She like that would be fucking hilarious because she used to be his. That used to be his boss. Air boss.
Yeah. Because Rishi Sunak is her
old boss.
Yeah, exactly. But Rishi Sunak's safe. He's going to get in for sure.
Well, he's got 115 and
so he's definitely going.
You know the weird thing is, don't forget, it's the fucking the voters who actually decide who wins, not the MPs. The MPs only put forward the candidates, the last 2, and then it's up to the Tory voters, but the membership, to vote which one they want to be Prime Minister. And there's only like 2,000 of them. 2,000, 200,000.
Well, I think they're going to go. No, there isn't. I think he's like 150,000 now. I think he's shrunk even more.
Yeah, but they don't like Rishi Sunak. He used to be the fucking. He's the guy who put up all the taxes.
Yeah, he put up the taxes and he backstabbed Boris. I don't like him now. Because the membership actually, the MPs can't stand Boris, but the membership's quite split. Half the membership is still loyal to him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of them like that Kimmy bit, Joe. Because I've seen
a lot of them
people,
do like her.
I've been watching like the videos. All the people that you'd think wouldn't say. Well, I mean, it's just a mad one. I've seen lots of positive fucking things about her. I've been thinking, really?
It just
depends
depends
where.
where.
She wasn't until a couple of days ago. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, is he meant to be a moderate? Like, I don't understand.
Well, think about it. You should serve in the army. And he's toast already. You'd think you'd stick someone who was in the fucking army in charge. Probably not. That's probably what Cloud didn't do anyway. He's like, fuck that.
I should have gone for
How did you verify your age, Fab?
Yeah.
I said how? How did you do it?
Do what?
Verify your age. Does it just say click here or some shit?
I just used a different account which I had verified on.
Huh?
I just used a different account which I had verified on.
Oh, I see, I get it.
Because you have to give your bank details and stuff to verify. That's what's annoying.
Really?
Yeah, or your ID or something.
No, just use your phone, innit?
Or maybe it's just a phone number. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a phone number. No, because it stops the bots then when you've got to verify. Because the bots can't verify themselves. The bots, they're not verified. They're just spam accounts.
Yeah, but you know, age restricted videos get less traction in the algorithm.
Don't want any traction. I don't think.
But it's less likely to get into people's feeds, you know.
Yeah, but it's less likely to get attacked by bots.
That's what,
I mean, I could turn it off for a bit and then put it back on maybe. Let's have a gander.
it just depends if you want people to see it or not. So.
I mean, it is. Oh, it is 18 plus only.
So I think the next round's going to be very interesting.
It is. It is indeed. I can't get the fucking age 18 thing off. I can't turn it off. Oh no! Don't restrict my video.
Because I think Kemi was saying if she got knocked out, she'd go and back Truss.
Well, I took the age thing off just in case. See if it helps.
Connection. I could put
Spamming and thing usually. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll finish now anyway. Or unless we want to talk about it. I don't know. Where the fuck's Tom these days anyway?
Oh, he's online, but oh no, he's not online actually. He's don't know. He hardly ever comes online. Sometimes he does.
I haven't seen him in ages.
I think I talked to him last week.
It says audio's bit rate is 0. What the fuck?
So a few
Can you
weeks
hear
ago.
the stream? Go on the stream and check in your ear, pal.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh,
but I can't hear the person.
Yeah,
I can't hear the person talking.
Yeah, I got it muted.
Degrees.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it though. I can hear us on it. Yeah.
Where are we now in terms of?
But if you can hear us, that's fine. It needs a bit rate fine. I don't know what the fuck is happening. So 120 kilobits per second. It's saying 2,500 kilobits per second. I set it to 5. I think I'm on Switch. Must be because it's only on video. But normally, you're doing like high quality streams. You normally have it higher the bit rate. Apparently, it's just saying put it to 2,500. Fake news. Oh. Is he talking about this fucking heat wave? Talking about politics, you gobshite. Fucking heat waves. You know it's hot. Don't you fucking tell him it's fucking hot. Those you pillars.
We know it's hot. I mean.
Exactly.
Doesn't take a genius, does it? Oh, it's so fucking hot.
It's fucking roasting. Oh, that's took the age restriction shit off, shit back on.
Yeah. It's just that they do like so when a video gets age restricted, a lot of YouTubers complain that their video gets like basically blacklisted. Like half the.
It's like the shittest porn video ever. It's just someone swearing. Well, at least I got my stars on channel back.
Oh my god, Mike. I don't know if I should say this on stream.
What day is it today? Monday?
Monday, yeah.
Oh, politics stars on today, wasn't it?
Oh, you could stream that. You could end that and start.
Yeah, I was going to say. I can stream that if you want. I haven't watched it, you see, that's how I say.
Yeah, you could start the streams up again where you just rebuild the channel.
Well, I'm not doing fuck all at the moment. I'm off work. So might as well.
Yeah, well, you can end this and do politics now.
Yeah. Fucking heat waves. Oh my god, so we'll find out by what this week? Who's the new PME person? Is that right? It is this weekend that we'll get a result.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking for. It's going to be really interesting though. Who gets to be up against Sunak? And they've got a real chance of beating Sunak as well. And if it's Kemi, I mean, that really is like the rising star, like a dark horse. That's a dark horse.
I think whoever it is, it's going to be interesting.
Lost one as
well. Yeah, in the stream.
Let's talk to Harriet Baldwin.
Because Keir Starmer's going to
for West Worcestershire, and is backing Penny Mordaunt. Harriet Baldwin, thank you very much. You're part of this sort of Praetorian Guard of people that's being sent out every night.
Oh yeah, he's going to
vote. I mean, it must be getting quite tiring for you.
Because all the fucking Blairites are mobilised behind him. This is something Corbyn never had. Sections of the media, if they can get the big Blairite donors behind him. The Tories have been in for how long now? Like 13 or 12, was it 12 or 13 years? And when we get to the election, it'll be 14 years they've been in power. I think people are going to be, people are going to be sick of them by the next election.
What doesn't, dude? No, think about it. Margaret Thatcher was in power for 18.
And she's also, I think, from my point of view, I think strategically what we need to do as Conservative MPs, we need to...
She wasn't in power, but her and the Tories were in for power for 18 years.
Two people to the country who are ready to be Prime Minister on day 1 in September, but also who will be effective at winning us an unprecedented 5th general election victory whenever that general election comes. And for me, Penny ticks all those boxes. She's a conviction Brexiteer who's also a One Nation Conservative. She's won a seat off Labour, and she has a great track record in government as the first female Defence Secretary that this country has ever had.
Just on the result tonight, Rishi Sunak gained 14, Penny Bainott gained 9.
I was laughing. Some woman called her. Some woman called her.
In other words, she didn't
persuade
any more of her MP colleagues. Notwithstanding her performances at the parliamentary hustings today, at the televised debates, and all the other broadcast interviews.
This was a debate today, weren't they?
Nobody else was
Sunak pulled out.
Does that not worry
you?
Well, she was the breakout star last week.
Yeah, because Sunak knows he's going to win, and apparently it was about unity, and Truss knows she does terrible in debates, so it was a win-win.
That in terms of the colleagues who were voting in today's...
I mean, these debates are really crap. I mean, there's some of the cringe shit I've ever watched.
Suella Braverman in the last round of voting, and I think that they will now be voting...
I think Mordaunt is becoming a sort of lame duck, and the problem is she doesn't have any support on the right of the party. So when Truss or Kemi are knocked out, all the votes is going to go to one to the other.
Penny Mordaunt's not going to win the next election, bro. Are these mad? Are these mad? They think she's going to beat Keir Starmer. They've got a shock coming. Do you know why? Because fucking nobody wants the Tories in power. Period.
But they worry about what
everyone keeps saying, did you watch Question Time on Thursday?
Yeah,
it was a mad one. They were saying, dude, it was in Devon or somewhere, and they were like, we just want to get rid of the Tories.
Keir Starmer is... People say, oh, he's boring, but what does it matter?
Yeah, but rather have him than fucking
topped
these
a poll
muppets.
today with Express readers with 40% of the vote. She
At least he had a
also
job.
did really well in the poll of Mumsnet readers.
Like,
And
what
the
did Boris
independent
Johnson ever get a
readers
job
have
as a
also
fucking
selected her as
columnist?
their favourite for next Prime Minister. So I think
that was
that's a vast swathe of media.
And then he became a fucking MP.
She's doing well in. And I think it's the responsibility of us as
this
MPs
Tusk
to
goes
make sure
fucking
we
running
send
through
two
the council
candidates to the
streets in
country,
Leeds.
both who are ready to be Prime Minister on day one, but also got that ability to win us the next general election.
She is in second place at the moment, the MPs. There are a couple more rounds to go.
Kemi doesn't want to be a doctor, she wants to be a leader of the free world and Africa.
Second place. What's the doing that? Because in a sense, you can just keep saying the same
Tom
thing
should be the
and
defence
hope it works,
secretary.
but you can't rely on that, can you?
Well, I think
that's what I'd make him. Whoever's the next time, I should make him defence secretary.
Who will be most likely to switch allegiance in tomorrow's ballot because
at least he knows what he's fucking doing. He was in the army.
A fantastic candidate, and
that's what I'm saying. Why? Yeah, imagine applying for a job, pal, and you've never done it before. Like, I think I'll just apply to be an electrician, and then you get there and they'll be like, yeah, have you been? Are you qualified? And I'm like, no. Okay, have the job.
Yeah, that's basically MPs.
MPs the only people who've never done a fucking job but get the fucking job. Why is that? It's like, I want to be a brain surgeon, but I've never been a fucking surgeon in my life. I just watch YouTube videos.
I think Penny set out some really strong policies in that area, and when I leave you, Sean, I shall be going off and selling those to my colleagues for tomorrow's vote.
I'm sure you must be getting MPs now saying, "Oh, for goodness' sake, leave me."
She's only voting for it.
But I'm sure you
we
always
are the
do
most
it with
canvas group of people in the world. Yeah,
I'm sure you do it with great charm and a smile and keep it positive. But just, can I ask you what Penny Morden and what you and your colleagues on that
why do
make
you keep banging on about Penny fucking
Morden?
Fuck off. It's about someone else.
The ITV debate tomorrow. I mean, is there a sense of sort of relief? Because
there's an ITV debate tomorrow.
They were knocking chunks out of her. She was having to knock chunks out of them because you can't just sit there and take.
They're gonna have a TV debate tomorrow now.
It's an unedifying spectacle.
ITV.
Well, I think
again?
you're absolutely right that because she did so
why did they pull out to the Sky one?
That personally, I have wanted this to be a completely positive campaign to say only nice things about the other candidates, and I think I'm sticking to that tonight. And it was a great shame that that others, perhaps their allies, took a different approach. I think
we're going to stream this question time for this. Was it question time?
As Conservatives, we have much more in common than that which
Politics
divides
Live.
us. We all want to have a strong economy.
You can't do question time, can you? It's that weird mental company.
Yeah.
And we all want to make sure that we help
actually.
Families with the cost of living. So let's focus on the things
and it doesn't let you do it afterwards,
people
which is
out
weird.
Watching, and let's not take lumps out of each other.
Harriet
you can only
Baldwin, I will
do it while it's live on the
and Beef West Worcestershire. Thank you very much for your time.
Which is mad, and you still have to skip the intro.
Let's hear again the announcement which we had just half an hour ago
or
from
the
Sir
block
Graham
catches you
Brady.
for some
Round 3 results of the Conservative leadership contest.
I have the results of the third ballot. 357 votes were cast out of a possible total of
is that how many MPs is? 257?
I'll again read the
Tories.
name of the candidates and the number of votes cast in alphabetical order. Badenoch, 58. Mordaunt, 82. Sunak, 115. Truss, 71. Tugendhat, 31.
So Tugendhat sounds like ice cream, doesn't it?
Eliminated from the election. The other candidates are able to go forward to a fourth ballot, which will take place tomorrow between 1 and 3 p.m. with the result announced at 4 p.m. Thank you very much.
You said between 1 and 3. Isn't it 1 and 2?
So there we are. Let's talk now, I think, actually to Ian Watson.
12 till 2.
Is going to be with us in a moment. Let me just, before I get to Ian, who's lining his shot up at Westminster for us, let's just draw attention to something Sir Graham didn't tell us, which is the way the votes changed. So Kemi Badenoch's vote went up 9 from 49 to 58. Penny Mordaunt's, as I was saying to Harriet Baldwin just now, went down 1 from 83 to 82. Rishi Sunak's went up 14 from 101 to 115. And Liz Truss's went up 7 from 64 to 71. So Rishi Sunak is in first place at the moment. Liz Truss in second.
Liz Truss
Penny
went
Mordaunt
up
in third. Kemi Badenoch in
by
fourth.
7.
Tom Tugendhat, whose vote went down 1 to 31, is eliminated under the rules of the competition. But in a sense, first, second, third, fourth place at the moment is academic, entirely academic. What matters is that final round when 3 go down to 2, and is which 2 finish last, particularly as we can already see some MPs are shifting. Maybe some other MPs will start to get a little nervous. Maybe there will start to be a Stop X or Stop Y campaign gathering momentum. When somebody looks like they're ahead, they'll want to ensure that somebody else doesn't get into that final 2. Right, to Ian Watson now, who has company, I think. Hello again, Ian.
I do indeed, Jess. Glad to say, Sean, I'm joined by Chloe Smith. You are obviously a supporter of Liz Truss.
This is so mental, man.
Consistently in third place, haven't been seen as one
no,
of
not
the
this.
runners.
What my friend's saying to me right now is actually crazy.
She remains in third place.
He's like 18. He's getting an arranged marriage to a 25-year-old.
No, I'm not nervous because actually what you see in Liz is clearly a leading position and one that has momentum. What you've seen in
he went out. I don't know if I want to say this on stream. He went.
Don't say
and indeed, you've seen other candidates taking a step back, which is for them to have to deal with. The key point people see in Liz is experience. They see a wide range of experience across a range of departments in government, and that means she's ready to lead and trusted to deliver from day one. And you see that in people having put their votes with her tonight afresh compared to the previous round.
You say people see her experience just talking to her fellow MPs, and yet your fellow Conservative MPs are putting Penny Mordaunt second, and she's been consistently second, and she's been attacked time and again for having not enough experience or perhaps not enough focus on her job when she has been doing ministerial roles, yet she's still outperforming Liz Truss. And we would have expected, I guess, that when Suella
she's
Braverman,
not beaten Keir
dropped
Starmer.
out, she's
Don't care what
obviously
you say.
No one's been. Keir Starmer has literally gone from like the most boring
fight ever. He must be rubbing his hands together right now, going, "This is fucking hilarious." Like you couldn't have wished for something better than
he's literally Prime Minister in waiting, and Tony Blair is going to be pulling the strings. It's going to be so
Tony
based.
Blair's going to be the fucking Prime Minister. Means he's going to stick his hand right up his ass.
He is.
Like
he is.
sock puppet.
He is. Tony Blair's coming back.
Tony Blair's going to be the new pizza man or something.
Yeah, and Alistair Campbell.
Yep. I bet they get
jobs.
They'll all get jobs.
They're all going to be special advisors. That's what they're all going to be.
Yeah, jobs.
I think that's a really
exactly.
Jobs for the boys.
And they'll put Gordon Brown as special advisor to the Chancellor.
Yeah, perhaps why you should be feeling a bit more nervous than you appear to be. You look very confident tonight, but
they're all going to come back, but like not officially.
In this contest, and one of his
and they're all going to be pulling the strings.
on this
oh, it's going to be so amazing.
The expectation was that many of his backers, 31 of them, would go to Penny Mordaunt. Certainly very few seem destined to go to Liz Truss or indeed Kemi Badenoch. What can you say to any of Tom Tugendhat's supporters to get them on your side, not to defect to Penny Mordaunt and give her a boost in the process?
Well, I would just point out that Liz's campaign is a very broad church, and that reflects the best traditions of the Conservative Party. I'm standing here talking to you today having been a member of the One Nation caucus for quite some time, and so I'd say to my friends and my colleagues there, please come and look at Liz's wide range of experience. To deliver anything in this party, you need to be able to have that experience, you need to be able to put it to use in the service of the British people, and that is what Liz can do. Uniquely, I think she has that amongst the candidates that are there tonight. A wide range of support, and then you can bring the party back together, and most importantly, bring the country back together and be able to deliver what we've all set out to do as Conservatives.
Do you think the debates we had over the past few days have been damaging to the reputation of the Conservative Party and damaging perhaps also to Liz Truss's campaign? We saw, for example, in the ITV debate that she was getting stuck into the ex-Chancellor, saying he'd presided over the highest tax burden for 70 years. She had a bit of a pop at his Wikimist education, his education in a fee-paying Winchester. He called her, quotes, a socialist.
Now, this guy has to be pulling my leg, man.
The same cabinet.
Well, this is my very point. We need to bring the party together and we need to bring the country together. Now, actually, what we're doing in this contest is we're very privileged to be able to choose the next leader of the Conservative Party, who we hope is going to be the next Prime Minister for a long time to come. That's a great honour to do. We need to do that with our eyes on what the British people need from us, and that is to be able to deliver what we do.
This guy is so pulling my leg, man.
Liz, uniquely amongst the candidates, including in comparison to Rishi, is the best place to do that.
Oh my God.
And polls also show that people trust her to do so. You look at the Conservative home poll out just recently,
What?
and that shows that actually Liz would be well placed.
No, he's abroad at the
and
moment.
Rishi, in terms of the membership choice and in terms of being able to win.
Okay, I have to answer but could you actually answer just in one sentence, given that she is still in third place?
Yeah, he literally.
Don't tell me, I already know.
In the next 2 days.
He's getting married.
Trusted to deliver Liz's ready to lead, and Liz's campaign is a broad church that welcomes colleagues from all
back to the politics for the talking to you, little weird mate.
What we promised to do as the Conservative.
Grace Smith, thank you very much. That was obviously one of the leading supporters of Liz Truss, pleased that she's actually put her vote up from the previous round, but still in third place behind Penny Mordaunt, and the front runner amongst MPs.
How's Penny Mordaunt second?
Ian Watson at
How?
Westminster. Thank you very much.
How?
Now let's go back to our other main story this evening, the heat wave across the UK. Wales is the part of the UK that recorded its hottest day ever. So what actually happens to our bodies in this hot weather, and what can we do to stay cool? Well, our medical editor Fergus Walsh has some tips.
The UK simply isn't used to this, and nor are our bodies.
Oh, it's warm in here, isn't it?
This is the heat chamber at St Mary's University.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why she's second. It's because she's agreed to this. She's not crazy about the tax cuts. She's not crazy about. Quite moderate. That's why.
Nah, she's up to something because she won't tell anybody what she's up to. She's just a creeper.
Okay, she's got big tits and old Tories like that. How about that?
That's why she got a job by Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson's like, oh, I like your knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And then he went, yeah. She walked in the room. You got a job. Yeah. Yeah. More. Fucking lols. Let me kill this stream now anyway. We'll be back tomorrow if you bother to come across this stupid video.